Wow. So the underlying energy, guys, is the Six of Cups. Underneath that, we have the Chariot here. So this is all about, it's about past life connection, or this is about someone definitely from coming back from the past, potentially for some of you guys. But this is about the past, maybe, or this is regarding the past. A lot of people may feel like the Six of Cups, or really looking at the past, the only times they were ever happy. History always repeats itself, y'all, okay? It has a thing, right? When it comes to repeating itself, it does. Okay, we may have some crazy stuff happen one time, and it happens again. You're like, oh dang, I thought this didn't happen again. The world works in mysterious ways, and one of the things that's very mysterious is how history just keeps repeating itself, goes through a cycle, goes through a loop. Now, the Six of Cups is a nostalgic card. It does talk about looking at the past. This could be that this is regarding how you feel about the past, which is usually happy memories, right? The Three of Cups, the Six of Cups rather, is all about happy memories, things that you can return to, a time of innocence where you can look at and go, man, remember the good old days, right? For some of you guys, this is concerning children, because you do have the Page of Pentacles here at the outcome. You have the Knights of Cups, which can be a teenager, but pages are more young children, or children in general. But for those of you that are not really looking for kids, right? Just kind of want to throw that out there. This is looking at the past. This is a soulmate, probably a soulmate connection that y'all are dealing with here, because you have the Six of Cups and the Devil coming up here. But then then the Two of Cups, right? But then you also have, this could be that this is talking about a relationship from the past that's coming back up, or someone that you knew, right? Or because you do have the Knight of Cups here. So there's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of things I can pick apart from this reading already, just from the start. But I do feel like this is really talking about the past. It talks about how one feels about the past, about someone that's back from the past, someone that may have come back into your life recently, someone that this is maybe a second time around with another individual, or with the same person, or someone that you've been in a relationship with for a while, right? So your current state of being is the Four of Swords. So yeah, there's a break potentially right here, a time of healing, of rest, right? This is returning to oneself to really reflect and to really take some time into looking at oneself, right? So this is a period of of nothing really happening, nothing really going on, no real progression towards anything, but this is a temporary, right? It's not gonna last forever. So the Four of Swords is a period of pause, but it's only temporary. Pauses are temporary. It's not a stop. It's just a yield. You know what I mean? And the desired outcome is the Ace of Swords. So I kind of actually like this here. It's like you want clarity through the truth. You want clarity through your own truth, though, not just anybody's truth, not even just nothing. No, you want your own truth with this. Okay, I feel like you want a new way of communicating, a new way of thinking, a new way of new ideas, right? A new way of handling a situation, or new anything, right? Something new coming in. But then you also want victory through the truth as well, perhaps the desired outcome being that. But the thing that's keeping you from the Ace of Swords right now is the Seven of Cups. And the Seven of Cups could be that there's a lot of things that this can mean. This is about potentially not knowing exactly what you may want, right? But the thing that's kind of contradicting this is because of the Knight of Cups. Like, why isn't the Seven of Cups here? It's the Knight of Cups. And usually the Knight of Cups does know what he wants. He's very good at knowing what he wants. Sometimes it's in the moment, though, and it can kind of be a little bit flip-floppy. It's unstable because he's a changeable energy, right? It's mutable, this energy. The Knight of Cups can be. So that's why he's inconsistent. Like, he says one thing one minute, then he doesn't say that he does something that's completely different from how he feels. It's because in that moment he said whatever he's saying or did whatever he was doing because he felt that in the moment. He wasn't lying. He wasn't trying to be mean or anything, but it's just that he feels certain ways in certain areas and certain times. Like, it just happens, right? It is what it is. It doesn't make him the most reliable because it's how he feels in the moment. It's very similar to Knight of Wands, but the Knight of Wands, he doesn't commit to stuff on purpose because he wants his freedom. The Knight of Cups just he feels things. He feels. He's in the moment. He feels. And I feel like with this being here, you do know what you want in a way. Like, you do have an idea of what you want. So for those of you as well, I feel like, I mean, I don't, for those of you here as well, like, it could be that this may be, this may be in regards to another person that came back into the picture. The Seven of Cups could be that, yeah, it could be indecision about the options that are presented to you. There could be, not sure of where each of these cups will lead because it's uncertainty, right? It's unclear of what these offers really are trying to offer, whether this is someone stable or this someone that's in the moment feeling something for a second and then just kind of flip out, or not flip out, but flip to something else because they're feeling something else in the moment. In a way, they're emotionally unreliable, right? So it could be that, right? You're not sure what to pick because maybe this person is someone you already knew, someone you already had dealings with before, right? And you're just like, I don't know if this is someone I want to deal with. I don't know if this is someone I can trust or someone I want to put my heart out on the line for again, right? Maybe this is the time of reevaluation of someone from the past. But for some of you, it could be that there is some unrealistic views on love in general. Maybe there's something unrealistic being looked at. Maybe someone's coming in with unrealistic ideas and you're looking at it like, yeah, I'm gonna need some time for this. I don't know about that, but I'm gonna need some time. Or perhaps there maybe it's even you, Libra, right now, that maybe a little bit, it's dreamy. You have dreamy expectations, dreamy ideas of what love would look like, or how a relationship would look like, or romantic, anything regarding love, right? But it may just be that it may be out of the realm of reality in some ways, right? But that's for some of you, and I feel like here it's just like, that's why I said like here, like so for some of you guys, I feel like there's an idea of what you guys may want, but it may be just that it may not exactly be real. Now, for some of you guys, what because this is all based off of innocent love, right? This is off of the past and some things, and your best path, or the best path to follow, your desired outcome is the Ace of Swords, which is wanting reality, clarity, truth. So perhaps you don't want to deal with this, or you don't even have any imagination whatsoever, right? And like, it could be that too, right? It may be that you don't really trust any dreams, any imagination. You maybe don't trust that right now. And it's because perhaps you were very romantic in the past. You had ideas of romance in the past, and those may have fallen through, which is why this is in the past here. You don't know if you can truly imagine what love looks like, or what the ideal partner looks like, or maybe you don't really know how to dream anymore. For some of you, that will apply, right? And the reason why I say that you may not know is because, your hopes and fears is the Two of Cups. You want to feel the same way about somebody, but then in your feelings you have the Devil, which talks about the feeling kind of trapped, or going back to old habits and behaviors, right? It's, for some of you that may apply, for some of you it doesn't. But how I'm going to read this reading this week is that the thing that's keeping you from being able to have this Ace of Swords here is because there's indecision about what what path to take, what your heart truly desires. You don't really know what it is that you want because of somebody from the past, because of perhaps of Mr. Romantic here, or Mrs. Romantic, or whoever you're dealing with, right? It could be that there's someone that you knew from the past, someone that maybe it was a friend that wants more, right? Kind of didn't see it coming, but then at the same time, you may not be able to see it. You may be uncertain about where this all leads. Ultimately, you may not truly have an idea of what your heart's desire is, or what you guys may want out of a relationship, or out of love in general. You may not have a clue right now. This is why you may have to take a step back and look at it. But in your best path to follow, you have the Wheel of Fortune. It's almost like it's saying this relationship is fated in a way, but at the same time, it's saying this is a new opportunity. This is the second time around. You have experience in what you've been through before. You know something different than you did this first time you had something similar to this happen. Because the Wheel of Fortune opens a new opportunity. Usually it's similar to something from the past, which is why the past is coming up. Well, the past is the underlying energy. It's saying, hey, this is a flashback, guys. This is a flashback. This is a new opportunity to see what you do with it, with what you know now. Right? What you know now. What you know now. And right now, you don't have a lot of clarity on the situation. You have no idea You know, there's something that's wonderful and great about this person on the outside. That's what I think, right? That's what I feel when I see this reading. I'm like, okay, this person looks all glamorous and lovely, but what's going on deep within, right? It's uncertainty. 7 of Cups, dream. This is the dream man or the dream girl, the dream relationship. But what's real about this whole thing? You want reality, Libra. The desired outcome is the Ace of Swords. You want real. You want something that's truth. Like, you want clarity. This is not clear. Honestly, the Knight of Cups isn't very clear either. He doesn't really set, you know, he's not very set on. He may be focused on his cup, but, you know, it sometimes it's filled with grape juice and sometimes it's filled with water. It doesn't, you know, it's a cup that can have so many different types of liquids in it. It don't really matter, right? You can be focused on the cup. If it's something that's in the cup that he's focusing on, it, you know, it is what it is, right? It changes. But this isn't something that you have experience in. You have a lot of experience with relationships, past life relationships, especially potentially with this individual. You have experience. So it's about trusting that you have the perspective already that you may be desiring to be able to tackle on the situation. Right? So, what does this all mean, right? Well, let's take a look a bit further into this reading. Your feelings is the devil. So, I don't think this is necessarily like a bad card in a way, right? This does give us warnings of paying attention to, you know, not necessarily taboos, but this is also like talking about watching our old patterns of handling things, because it may have, you know, coped, you know, helped us cope before. And this is with the devil and the 7 of Cups. In a way, it's very escapist. You want to be very careful with this energy, because if there's some things that you may have addictions to, or things that, you know, may help soothe you in the moment, it doesn't really solve the solution usually. It's something that you may hold on to. There's some old habits or behaviors that you may hold on to, that, you know, that keep you in a similar cycle. Right, so this is like the devil kind of comes up to kind of remind us to be careful of the things that we do, so we don't fall into the same trap, or we don't fall into the same thing that keeps us from feeling that we are unable to actually handle the situation that we've got. Now, with the devil coming up here as well, with the 6 of Cups and the 2 of Cups, like I said before, this looks like a karmic connection that you got here. And with the Wheel of Fortune, this is like really looking like this is something big, right? Something serious. But this person also reflects back to us perhaps some of the stuff that we may not like about ourselves, or some things that we may want to change about our situation. Shows us our true selves, our true essence of ourselves, with surrounding a situation that may make us feel disempowered rather. For some of you guys, considering that there's the Page of Pentacles here and then the Knight of Cups, it could be that you guys are feeling a lot of intimate emotions towards this individual. Like, you feel like connecting with this individual, because the devil card can be sex. It can be sex, but, you know, sometimes, you know, with this reading, I'm not really going to go there, but it's like, it can be that way. But what I feel is that you may feel like a tie, or like something that's, you know, that's connecting with this individual that's unbreakable. It's almost like a very strong connection with this individual. At the same time, I do feel like this person could be that you may feel this person is ultimately very toxic, right? Or this person just feels good to be around, but you don't necessarily know if it's exactly where you want to be, if it's exactly where you are headed in your life, or if this is where you want to stay, right? Because in your hopes and fears, you have, you know, the 2 of Cups. So this is like, you hope to actually, you hope that this may be the person, this may be the person that you feel is like the perfect person for you, the someone that you feel the same way about, right? Someone that you may have feelings for. Libra, I feel like somebody back from the past, to be honest, for some of you out there, and this may not resonate for all of you, but there's some of you out there, maybe there's somebody that came back from the past, and you're having a fling with them, and you may feel like you don't know where it's going to lead. You may want to connect with them further, and you want clarity, but maybe this person isn't necessarily someone that is looking to settle down, or maybe they are, right? It's going to require you to really look at the details, because the Page of Pentacles is coming out in your outcome. It's parallel to the 8, to the Wheel of Fortune, rather. Parallel. that means to me that the way you utilize this Wheel of Fortune is by doing what you didn't do probably last time, or what you didn't think to do last time, which is looking beyond the surface. The thing that's keeping you from progressing forward is the lack of clarity. And what do you need to do to gain clarity is to look closely, look at the details, look what's behind the mask, or look what's behind the surface, because there's more that meets the eye with the situation. And I feel like this person may be trying to come back, right? Try to connect with you, and you may feel like, you know, this person may not be the exact perfect partner for you as well, because devil could feel like, you know, like I said, it can be a toxic situation. It could have been some situation here where, you know, in the past it was wonderful, it was nice, but like, where did it lead last time? You have a second chance opportunity with this individual. This is also for those of you that are in a current relationship with this person already. This could be like this is a revitalization of emotions to get all together, or romance altogether, right? But with realistic expectations from this connection, right? Because the devil is almost like saying that you may feel trapped in your connection. You may feel trapped in your situation. You may not feel like you have any sort of, you know, avenue or ability to control your situation at all, but you have all the control there. You have absolutely everything that you need. And the way you utilize this, right, to really regain your control is by looking at the details, looking very closely. For some of you guys, being intimate with your partner may actually just be very helpful. Just being true and honest with and open with and vulnerable with each other could be helpful. But, you know, I feel like ultimately this person may have come back to your life and you're not sure if this is the exact partner for you. So right now, it's looking at the details. This is the important part. Right? It's looking at the details. Because right now, you don't know. Right now, you don't have the full story. And I feel like you can get the full story. It's just going to require you to take a quick look and to take your time with it. Because Page of Pentacles period is a slow energy. So perhaps right now it's okay to take your time. It's okay to just say, you know, let's date a little bit. Let's see what's happening. Or in a relationship, let's kind of see where this goes. Wow. Free yourself. So free yourself it is time to take back control of your life. And that's what the devil's all about. You may feel like you're in a position right now where you don't have a lot of power. Okay? Soulmate, I think, was the card that came up before. So yeah, this is a soulmate connection. I don't know why I continue to shuffle, but I think it flipped out. I think it flipped up, but it didn't flip out like that one did. But soulmate was the one that came out of the bottom, Libra. Okay, so this is definitely a soulmate connection. I was right. But free yourself, which means there is a certain pattern in in relationships for you that make you feel like you're unable to do something, right? They're unable to be who you are, to be able to be free, to be able to make decisions that you want to make based off of how you feel. Perhaps right now this is the situation, or there's an opportunity where it's similar to that. When you're feeling these old feelings again, where you're not able to make the decision that you want to make, you're kind of stuck with the options that you have in front of you. Nope. You can go with however you feel, however you want. You have all the power in the situation. It may feel like it's kind of difficult to do. It may feel like you may not have a lot of options. That's the illusion of it. The illusion of the devil is that there is something keeping you where you are. And the chains, honey, they ain't wrapped around your neck tight. You can take them off and walk away if you want to. You can do whatever you want. You can stay, you can leave, you can do something different. But the thing here is finding a new way of doing something. Right? It's doing something different here when the Wheel of Fortune comes up, because you have the perspective now. You have a different perspective on how this plays out, or what you can do differently with this opportunity that's presented to you. Let's go ahead and take a look at your whispers of love, guys. See what's going on. Whew, romance. Jeez, you guys got another card here. True love. Wow. Lavish the one that you love with your personal attention and affection. Okay, that's romance. And then you have here true love. This love is a once-in-a-lifetime love. Whoa. Well, I don't know if I showed you romance. Wow. So like I was saying, like this was a soulmate. You may feel like a tie to this individual. I wasn't joking. You have 3 soulmate cards in here. 3. That was the opposite side of the same coin, right? This is the opposite side of the, I guess not necessarily opposite of the lovers, but I mean, the 2 sides of the same coin. The flip side. The illusion of being trapped, or illusion of being stuck in a situation, and then the lovers is the illusion of distance, of not being close enough. There's illusions there, right? But this person, you may it could be that, for some of you guys, it could be that you have to be true to yourself regarding love. But this also could be that this person that came back into your life, or this reconnection that you're feeling in your current relationship, this could be that this is the essence of true love. It could be, right? But you have to decide that. It has to be based on how you feel, or what it is that you feel like resonates with you. But don't feel like you have to decide something because it's in your face, right? Don't feel like you only have limited options. You have plenty. Okay? True love is being honest with oneself in regards to how they feel about themselves through in another person, right? It's you feel a true connection with a person. And if you truly feel this connection with this individual, stick it out, see what happens. Look, see what happens, right? But do what you feel the best to do, right? This is your love life anyway, right? So, love, romance, everything's there. And I feel like that's why I was saying in the very beginning, you may not feel like you have that ability to imagine anymore, but you do. You do. Your ruling planet is Venus. She's a goddess of pleasure, right? Right. She loves being in Pisces, so that means that she's able to dream and do all these things. Libra, you rule the mind. You're able to just, what's pleasurable within the mind. You can be able to imagine and be romantic. You have that in you, and it may feel like sometimes, or through you, what you've been through, you feel like you may have lost that. You haven't. You truly haven't.